Hey everybody, we're going to start off by talking about some of these doomsday bunkers, these deep underground military bunkers. And the reason why I'm showing you these things is because of this thing called Operation Jade Helm 15. And we're going to get right into Operation Jade Helm 15, which supposedly happened a while ago. But I believe that Operation Jade Helm 15 is an ongoing operation, and I believe that it has to do exactly with an end of the world style cataclysm. And it happened in Texas. I'm going to try to bring up the maps. They're not allowing me to show them to you, but I'm going to get them to you one way or another. But I can't show you this area of Jade Helm 15 that was circled in Texas. We're going to try to get it to you right now. Okay, so here it is. Now, this section of Texas was mysteriously had a big circle around it like this in this thing called Operation Jade Helm 15. Now, Greg Abbott sent a letter to the government saying, you're not going to do this operation here in Texas, and he had the National Guard there. He thought they were getting invaded by the United States. Now, that's kind of crazy considering the fact that they are the United States. So why was Texas concerned that the United States was going to invade them? And why were they listed as a hostile entity in Jade Helm 15 and Hollywood, California, and Utah? And then other places were leaning hostile and leaning friendly, blah, blah, blah. Now, this is talking about the dissolution of the United States, Texas going back to being its own country, California going back to being its own country. Why are they talking about this? Why would Texas be worried about an invasion from the United States onto their soil? Now, in this map of Texas, we can see that there are no real reasons why they would try to take this area, or this area would be in some way of value, unless there's something that we do not know about this area that we can't see. Now, what could be there that we do not know about in Texas? Now, I look at it like this. If there indeed is something in Texas that the United States government wants so bad that they're willing to invade Texas and Texas is willing to defend themselves against, my thought process is this: that it's because that is where the future North Pole is projected to be. And they are mad that everything 1,500 miles from that area is going to flash freeze in 4 hours for 3,657 years. Now, they gave away a bunch of their land to hold slaves, and they want a bunch of that land back, which is the reason why they're breaking the United States up into 10 pieces to give Texas some landmass back in case they do indeed become the North Pole. Now let's look at California right here. In this area that I've got circled here in yellow has got a doomsday bunker underneath that. Now you can see this elevation map of this big depression in California, and you could see that that area is certainly going to have some problems if a flood occurs or a tsunami. So you're going to want to get up into those mountain ranges on the backside of those mountains. But where that yellow is a approximated doomsday bunker underneath that California land. And you can see what that topography looks like when you're driving through that. I mean, what a mess. Now, according to the DUMS map, there's another doomsday bunker down in here. And this is right towards the border of Mexico. But you can see where LA is. You can see that huge depression, and you can see those huge mountain ranges that you have to drive through there. And doesn't it look like water was just running out through there in the past? I mean, you can clearly see that this is some sort of a old flood base. Look at those mountain ranges and those crazy shadows on there. And it just looks like a massive water flow just ended up in that pit right there and created that entire area and that entire region. It looks like water was just streaming down there and created that entire mountain range out of just a stream of water. Looks like water was just streaming down that way. Tell me it doesn't. I think we're smart enough to see that that's exactly what it looks like. This is the first map of Nibiru when they sent out our Voyager spacecraft. They sent them out to find this object, Nibiru. And that was the first drawn image by NASA, where they sent out two objects to try to find out why Uranus and Pluto's orbits had turned into egg-shaped. Now, the orbit of Nemesis is known to be pretty whack, like my videos. Let me spin this around for you. Now, there we go. The orbit of Nemesis. See our sun, see Nemesis, see the way things are going on in the universe. You guys aren't even paying attention. Okay? So there's a lot of stuff going on out there. Maybe check it out. Here's another picture of it. And this is kind of the way it comes up. See the way it comes up there and just comes right through and just, it does some whack stuff. And you got to understand that this is a very crazy and serious 7 bodies that are coming through. And the government knows about this, and they don't give a damn about you. When that stuff comes gliding through the solar system, it wreaks havoc on civilization after civilization. Don't believe for one single second that this is not going to affect your life, because I can guarantee you that it is. Now, you can see down here on the bottom where my finger is, and if you want, you can pull my finger. That's your call. But you can see it down here right there. See it? Down there in the bottom. Now, those are the years of this rapid pole shift, okay? Now, you can see that things get pretty whack. Now, they're pretty normal looking, right? Now, let me see if I can't manipulate. There we go. Look at where we're at now. See that? So that's some pretty wild looking jump right there, isn't it? So you don't think we're having a pole shift? What would you call that? Help me out. What would you call it? Looks like a pole shift to me. Believe your own eyes. It's a pole shift. So is Agenda 21 going off? Is it? Are we in the middle of a depopulation event? We're going to talk about Florida. Florida, we're going to be talking about you soon. We haven't forgotten about you. Who could? You guys won't stop talking about yourselves.